Hi everyone, Evelyn Domalanta here, and I have the pleasure and honor to interview a gentleman who I actually seeked out. And this gentleman just radiates his energy, his heart, and just down to earth. And he's now my mentor and coach. He is a multi-millionaire. He's been in the industry for over 25 years, and I have the honor to not only interview him today, but him giving me a little bit of his time. And I just want to share with the world who he is and what it is that he is doing now. So I have the pleasure to introduce Robert Hollis. And please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. I know that before we jumped on, you were nervous, and I'm just an average guy. I tell people all the time I'm just an average person that got introduced to a mentor that showed me some things that were above average that I tried. So all I did is just tried some above average things. So I was just an average guy. All the people I knew worked with their hands. They were laborers, they were carpenters, plumbers, electricians. I was a mechanic. And so I didn't do really good in school. And then as I got out as a mechanic, I just had this, dream of the American dream that if I worked super, super hard, that everything would be okay. And it wasn't. No matter how much I worked, if I started adding overtime and adding extra jobs, then I never was around the people that I loved. So now all of a sudden it's like, oh my God. So then all of a sudden, something would happen and I never had any savings. And I honestly just lost passion. I lost passion for what I was doing. I used to love to work on cars. And now my friends, they all had race cars and I had race cars. And it's like, hey, I worked on cars, 5 days a week. I don't want to work on cars on weekends. And what happened to me is I got hurt and put on workman's comp, and my income went from like 3,000 a month down to 900. And all of a sudden, man, I'm telling you, I started losing everything because, like a lot of people, even though I was making good money, everything was leveraged. Everything was, I didn't own anything. The bank owned a lot of stuff and credit cards owned a lot of stuff. I just made payments. and so, and so all of a sudden when I couldn't pay those payments, I lost my motorcycle and I had to pawn my toolbox. And a friend of mine reached out to me and said, I met this guy. He makes 62 grand a month. I seen his checks. And he's looking for people that he wants to mentor and train. You don't need any experience because he's expanding a company in the area. And Evelyn, I just said, whoa. I said, I want to meet this guy. And never did I believe that I could make that kind of money. But I just thought if I hung around him, that I could pick up 10% of what he knew. And if I did, that would be $6,000 a month. That's more than I've ever made in my life. So that's basically what I did, and I sell to people to this day. I didn't know what marketing was. I didn't know what network marketing was. I never have sold anything. I'm sort of introverted, so I didn't know what an entrepreneur was. I was never interested in starting my own business. I didn't understand the power of a mentor. I didn't understand any of that stuff. So I really look at, and I thank God all day, every day, that I was really on my knees begging for help, and I got introduced to this guy, and then bingo, So that was not only, now 26 years ago, but $43 million ago. You know what I mean? So now I just love helping people because, I tell people on a spiritual side, that I know that I was put in the right path of a person when I was in probably the worst need of my life. And I sort of made one of those deals, hey, God, if you get me out of this, I promise to always tithe more than 10%. I promise to give to charity. I promise to volunteer my time. And this time when I got bailed out, I've been doing it ever since. If I'm scared of anything, I'm scared of losing the lifestyle that I have. I'm scared of losing the things that God allows me to manage if I don't give back to other people. So that's why I do what I do. I love helping people. I don't think that anyone, regardless of who they are and what they've done in their life, I believe that everyone deserves a chance. If they get a chance to learn from someone that can give them the skills and the knowledge to change their life, and then they say no, at least I gave them the opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's just really inspiring, and this is why you resonate with me, and not just myself, but hundreds and thousands of people out there. And so, there's so many great leaders out there,
Yes.
amazing leaders. You are mentored by Jim Rohn and Bill Gold and these billionaires. And what sets you apart? Now, I've done a lot of research, about you, and that's the reason why I want to share you out to the world, because documentation beats conversation. Now,
Yes.
why is that so important to you when it comes to mentorship and coaching?
Well, the one thing that I grew up in, and I think why my path was successful so quickly, and I'm an engineer. So I like to tell people I'm sort of like a geek from the dark forest. So hype doesn't work.
Uh-oh, I think I'm losing you.
Are you hearing me okay now?
Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah.
paused for a couple seconds.
Well, I'll go back and say that. Thank you.
Okay.
It was I tell people, because I was an engineer and an auto mechanic, I'm a geek from the dark forest.
Right.
So what the people that I had to produce results for, Evelyn,
Hmm.
they don't take hype. You can hype them. You can't give them a pie in the eye sky a deal. You can't tell them a glorious story. When a guy's racing a car, it either is fast and he wins, or it's not. It either handles or it's not.
Right.
And so I always grew up, and that phrase, documentation beats conversation, came from one of my other billionaire mentors named Roger Penske. He's a multimillionaire. So when people go to documentationbeatsconversation.com, that's my domain. I've had it forever. And a lot of people use that, but they never ask for it. And
Mhm.
so the main thing that you need to look for in mentorship is somebody, male or female, that has success stories behind them of people that they changed their lives. See, when you got people that are willing to tell you, and like me, I'm willing to tell people that if I didn't meet Bill Gould, I didn't meet Roger Penske, I didn't meet Jim Rohn, I wouldn't be where I am today. And then you got leaders out there that won't tell you who their mentors are, and they're trying to take all the credit, but they won't show you their back office, and they don't have one referral, one person that they can point to that you can call on the phone and say, hey, did this person introduce you to marketing and now they're making a full-time income? Evelyn, I know a lot of leaders out there that are making good money, but they won't give any credit to the upline because they were brought in wrong. There's this whole different mentality in network marketing that you find somebody, you get them in and take their money, and then you abandon them. Well, let's say that if you were that leader, that person, and you now started becoming successful, why would you give your upline credit if they never helped you? You
That's
wouldn't.
that's right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but if you find people that are willing to give their uplines credit, it's because that person took the personal time to make sure that they understood, they helped them, not told them, and they showed them that Big Al Schroeder is another dear friend of mine and mentor, and he always says that the art of duplication is helping someone learn how to help someone bring somebody in.
Right.
So he says that duplication is not called duplication in our profession until you got three people deep.
Right.
Well, if I shared that with most leaders or people that are making money in this profession, they first of all won't show you their back office. And the second thing they will do is they just want to hype you. They're always like, check this out, check this out, check this out. They don't want you to see their documentation, because if you did, you wouldn't listen to them.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why you're just an amazing leader and a true leader. And you know, Robert, the, this actually leads into it is that your peers, right, the other leaders out there, you outwork them. You outwork your team, and this is why I really am passionate, and I want to I want to replicate what you do, and this is the reason why I want to learn from you. So, what is your vision? What gets you going? What's your vision? And I know that you have success in minutes and unlimited profits. What is this?
Good. Well, what happened is when I watched me just get excited, do what my mentor told me, find people that would listen, and edified and promoted him. See, what was unique about the system that I learned is we were taught to edify and promote successful people, not products or comp plans or companies. Mm-hmm. So when I would get excited and say, hey, listen, I'm working directly with this beautiful lady, a wonderful mom named Evelyn, and she's helping me learn how to be successful, and I can't wait for you to meet her. See, when you want to introduce someone to a person, they go, oh, wow, I want to meet this person. But when you're trying to just be a salesperson, you're just trying to talk about a product, or our comp plan's the best in the world, and you know, and you talk about owners that no one's ever heard their names. You know, it's weird to me. And so when I watched my mentor not only help me become successful, made $1 million before I was 30, but also everyone I was introducing to the system, they were coming up. Anyone that wanted to, they were coming up and being successful too. So when I left my mentor, my number one goal was I gotta duplicate what this my mentor showed me so that I could share it with the world. And that's what unlimited profits is. And success in minutes are just tools that people can use online to duplicate that system. So my vision, I love that word. You know, without a vision, people perish. And even an acronym for me for vision is vision inspires success in others now. So when you got passion and vision, people get inspired. They want to follow you. And so my goal is my first little goal is to help 1 million people. I want to mentor and inspire and train them 1 million people worldwide for free. That's my first little goal. Wow. And I believe by doing that, because people now have smart devices, they got, you know, phones, smartphones and iPads and tablets, that out of those million, there's going to be, you know, probably 10,000 people that will be making, you know, mid-six-figure incomes. And out of those, we're going to have 1,000 people that will make over $1 million a year. So that will take my current 45 people that I've helped and push it to 1 million. So that's what I want to build as far as a legacy. In my last days, I wanted to build something that I could work with my sons and work with my grandson and just make it a family deal to travel the world and help other people learn what my mentors taught me.
And that's truly amazing, and it's a blessing. You know, you're just the value that you give, and you know, this free mentorship that you're giving to people, it's just, it blows my mind, because there's that learning and earning at the same time. And you know, I've been sharing this to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of success in minutes and unlimited profits and what it is exactly, because they think it's a competition with what they're doing. Why is this such an ideal platform for everyone?
Well, when I first started it, I got that same kind of pushback, that same kind of feedback. And I'll tell you what it is. It's sort of funny for me, Evelyn, that people mentally were brought up in a culture where we're supposed to be educated and get a job and work our lives away for somebody else that had a dream, and that's it. Now, when you can get some people to go, I'm not going to do the job thing no more. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to get involved in marketing. I'm going to learn from people, and I'm going to be different. I'm going to do something different. Well, that same person with an open mind, thought of a new way to become successful. Now, when they're exposed to us, they're closed-minded. How could you be open-minded from being a job person to an entrepreneur person? And then once you decide to become an entrepreneur, why would you then not want to continue to learn from mentors to become successful? So when I hang around people like Eric Worre and Jeff Roberti and some of the Lisa Grossman, some of the top money earners in the world in this profession. We did a six-figure summit just a couple of months ago, and there were 400 people. You had to document that you made over six figures. Mm-hmm. And in this six-figure summit, there's over 400 people from over 200 companies in over 100 countries. Is that amazing? and so none of those people are scared, and all those people want to learn from each other. So we all know that we got different talents, different skills that we all mastered. Why wouldn't you want to hang around the best of the best of the best and learn from the best? And so when people say, well, I think this is in direct competition to what I'm doing, my thoughts to them is, listen to this. We have no problems. Watch how fast I can switch people's thoughts here. Mm-hmm. If someone came to us, a top producer, let's say that everyone that watches this video, Evelyn, I gave them a call personally. Mm-hmm. And said, I'm really happy in the company that I'm in right now, but I'm thinking about starting another cash flow, another stream of income, and I want to work with you. I want to work with you in your company. Everyone that was watching this video would go, yes, yes. See, they have no trouble with me doing two things as long as I'm doing theirs too.
I agree.
Here's another one that's funny. If you or anyone that watches this video ran into me when I was an auto mechanic, and I'm struggling, I'm trying to take care of my sons, I'm trying to take care of my wife, and I said to you, listen, I got to do something different. Mm-hmm. I can't take my focus off my job because that's what feeds my family. But I want to work with you too to supplement my income and maybe one day replace my income. Is that okay? And everyone that's watching this video would go, oh yeah. See, as long as I'm getting in with you, it's okay to do two things. If I'm getting involved with you, it's okay to do 10 things. Right? But if I'm with you and I want to do something else, then no. That's wrong. See, there's something wrong with that hypocritical thinking.
Right.
And so my deal is our system will only help two groups of people. There's a group of people, Evelyn, out there that know that they were created to be an entrepreneur. And they're not getting the results yet. And it's only for two reasons. One is you don't know the knowledge that you're supposed to have yet, or you do have the knowledge and you don't know why you're stuck. Mm-hmm. You don't know why you won't do it. You don't know why you're scared and you got fear in you. You don't know how to get rid of the limiting beliefs. Right. So my thoughts to you is when you really understand the most successful people in the world, Jeff Roberti, a dear friend of mine, he's made $80 million in this profession, double what I have. Do you know that he's, I don't know what the name of it is, either a platinum or a diamond level position in Tony Robbins' organization. Here's a guy that makes $80 million in this profession, probably $3 million a year, and he's in every one of Tony Robbins' things that he can get in. If you talk to people like me and other people, we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year learning from the best of the best of the best. Right. You know, so when I wanted to figure out online, I didn't just figure it out. I went to Frank Kern. I went to Jeff Walker. He was written up in Forbes magazine. Is the $400 million man. Before I launched my book, how is that working? I went to a $10,000 website. Deal with Brendan Burchard, you know, because he launched his book and made it a bestseller. So I spent $10,000 and went to his 3-day seminar to learn how to write, produce, and launch my book that ended up being #1 in Amazon in a couple of categories. People crack me up when they say, well, you know, I don't want to learn anymore. I'm too busy getting no results. I'm too busy getting no duplication. It doesn't make any sense to me. So they're mad. The people that are watching this video, Evelyn, they're mad at people for not being open-minded to their opportunity.
Right.
They're closed-minded to ours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of information, and you know, whoever's watching this is going to get incredible value from the best of the best. And you know, not only that you walk, you know, you're really close friends with Eric Worre. You've walked the stages on GoPro events, you know, and not only the 25 years that you've been in the industry, and you're still active, and you're hot, you know, you're on the top ranks. They can go and Google you. Go ahead, everybody. Go Google who Robert Hollis is. My last question for you. Well, actually, there's a couple, but
Sure.
mastering the mundane, and that is something that you and I was actually in your mentoring on the other day. You really got to me with the mastering the mundane. And so, what can you elaborate on that for the people who know it all?
Yeah, I love this subject. I love this subject because there's four groups of people that are watching this video. We want to put this video together for one group, and that's people that want to win. They want to win big, not only in just lifestyle, but freedom, but income, helping people. We got to find winners. The three other people that are watching this video are people that are in their comfort zone. So they just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it doesn't matter. It's just that's what they do. They're comfortable. There's another group of people that won't get involved with us in any way, and that's people that are really, really, really worried about what other people think about them, which is one of the things that a good mentor will get that out of your head. When you, I love this phrase, what other people think about you is none of your business.
Mm-hmm.
And so what people go, well, if I did this, then my upline's going to think this, and my downline's going to think this. Oh, my God. You're never going to be happy in your entire life as long as you're a people pleaser. Right. It's not going to happen. You got to make yourself happy and love yourself before you can get other people to work it. That last group that Evelyn sort of alluded to, and this is not to offend you at all, are the people that know it all. You know, they already think they know everything. I love these people when you say, hey, have you read Science of Getting Rich? And they go, yeah, I read that one time a couple years ago. I read it 4 times a year. Everyone that I know that's massively successful find the things that popped them, and they know that they're going to get a pop again. They know if they watch it and read it and watch it and read it and keep listening to it and keep doing it, that they're going to get another pop, another higher level of awareness. They keep working and mastering their game, which came back to the question that you asked, mastering the mundane. Mm-hmm. I would rather, and I think sports is the best, right? Mm-hmm. But if you think of somebody that's playing ping pong, you know what I mean? I just watched a thing on the news the other day about that. I apologize, I don't know her name, but she's the girl that's now considered the best downhill skier in history. It was for women. Now, if she wins 2 more world events, she's the best downhill skier in the world. Mm-hmm. Lindsay something is her name. I think she's dating Tiger Woods now. But here's a person that is blowing her knee up twice. She goes through knee surgery and goes all the way back and rehabilitates herself, and now she's won the last 2 World Cups again. Mm-hmm. And she says that she just continues to find better coaches, better people to help her to get better. And she says there's nothing better than working yourself to the top, having something happen in your life, and then working yourself to the top again. Why do I say master the mundane? Because some of the most successful people on the planet are good at one thing. They're good at golf. They're good at skiing. They're good at singing. They're good at acting. They master their craft.
Right.
And see, in marketing, you got to master the ability of finding people that have ears to hear, building relationships, and then promoting and edifying somebody better than you.
Right.
The biggest mistake that I see in this market and profession is people become experts too fast. There's a saying that my mentor said to me, Bill Gould, is he said the worst success you can have in your life is a little. Because as soon as you get a decent check, now you think you're an expert. But if no one in your group ever gets a check like that, you're not. So some of the people that are watching this, I challenge you. If there's not one person on your phone, if there's not one person on your phone that you could click on speed dial and hand me the phone, and I pull up the phone and I say, hey, tell me a little bit about Evelyn. And the person brings me to tears. Oh my God, my life was awful and I didn't know about anything. And then Evelyn found me on the internet, and then she built a relationship with me, and then she started to help me. And now I make a full-time income. I just bought my mom a car. You know what I mean? Because of all her hard work. I'm now being able to provide good education for my children. I've been able to take my whole family and go back to my country and meet my family that I haven't seen for years. Evelyn is the most awesome person on the planet. Now, if you don't have people on your speed dial like that, you got to learn to be that person.
Right. Mm-hmm.
See, be that person first. People look at me, and I'll give you one last one that I love with this. Everyone's heard of Tony Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
But no one wants to hear Tony Robbins' first part of his story because they want to shortcut success. You can't shortcut success. So at 17 years of age, Tony Robbins listened to some audio tapes from a rental store. He ran into some audio tapes from Jim Rohn. He traveled to an event to watch Jim Rohn speak, and he promoted and he sold tickets for Jim Rohn for 10 years. Now he's worth $400 million.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because here's what people are not willing to do. They're not willing to master the mundane to learn from someone that's already a master. They want to go in, learn from the master a little bit, and then run out and tell everybody that they're the deal. It's crazy to me. So I worked with my mentor for over 7.5 years. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of it at all. With the internet, I know we can learn faster because you don't have to travel to go to live events. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the internet allows people to learn. I'm teaching people all over the world that just have a smartphone. And I can spend hours with them, getting them to feel in their heart that they can do this. Which now that a man's heart is, or a woman's heart is, now that they think, they start attracting the right kind of people.
That's correct.
So, yeah, that mastering, I'd rather master one skill, which is edifying and promotion of somebody that could teach people how to be successful. I'd rather master that skill than be successful. Because then I would just be the guy like Kobe Bryant's agent. Everybody knows who Kobe Bryant is. Does anyone know who Kobe Bryant's agent is? No. And they don't care that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So this person's responsible for hundreds of professional athletes' career. He's made thousands of people money, and no one knows who he is. Oh, it could be a she. Mm-hmm. I never took the time to look it up because then I wouldn't have that story.
And this is so amazing. I'm actually Pop. It's a point of passion. Every time I hear you, it's just it humbles me because what it is that you're doing for everybody in the world and the value that you give and just your heart. And so to close it out, I just wanted to tell people out there that this is not just about network marketing or becoming an entrepreneur. It's also about skill set and mindset. And what I've found with this program, it's a free program, guys. You can go in there, you can take a look at it for free, listen to hundreds and hundreds of hours of free mentorship. The book, How Is It Working? Robert Hollis's book is on there, guys. And what's amazing is that this is helping you in all areas of your life. And just the 2 week, just the one, actually it's been less than a month that I've been in this program. Lots of things have changed for me in my life as far as communication and with my family, with my kids. and just life in general. This could help you in your job. You may not want to be an entrepreneur, but this can definitely work for you in your job. So to close this out, you have Robert Hollis here. Okay, I'm interviewing this amazing person. He's right in front of us and answering all these questions for all of you. I did this for all of you. I want to close it out like this. The magnitude of, a lot of people are going to say, well, why should I listen to somebody who's old school or who has done things in the past? I just want to let you all know that the income that he has generated online is probably more than he has what he's been doing traditionally. But I just want to ask you, I mean, what is it? Like, I know you said that you're passionate, your desires, but the legacy that you were saying that you wanted to leave. Can you please just share with everybody
Yes,
that?
yeah, absolutely. When money is not an issue, what I always think is amazing about people, and I'm like this too, is we can't understand what we don't know. You know what I mean? So I can tell you that I understand, Evelyn, what it's like to be a mom. And you just go, no, you can't. So it's so funny that people try to say that they know how you feel, that they know what's going on when they don't know. And the number one thing that I get all the time, and you're correct, the amount of money that I've made online is almost double what I've made in network marketing. And one of the things that I knew that other people were successful with it, but my two younger sons, Matthew and Kyle, I wanted to be able to build a company with them. I want to build a company with my family. I want to travel with my family. And that was the vision. I wanted to teach people how to fish. That whole phrase is that, I can give you $1,000, I can give you $10,000, I can give you $100,000. But that is feeding you one time.
Right.
When you can teach somebody where to fish, what bait to use, how to fish, they can feed their family, but they can feed their village. They can feed their community. And that's the whole key of what I want to do. My deal is that I want to change as many people as I can. When I'll share a little heart thing with you. When one of my mentors passed away, Jim Rowan, if you go look at his website today, there is his Facebook page is more popular today than it was when he was alive. And when Jim Rowan died, they had to have a tribute to him in LA and also in Texas. And when they had a tribute to him, and Les Brown showed up, and Zig Ziglar showed up, and Tony Robbins showed up, and Jack Canfield, and Bob Proctor. When the people that are touching people's lives all over the world show up, including me, to give this guy saying, man, this guy altered and changed my life, made me happier, made me a better husband, made me a better a spouse, made me a better parent, made me get along better with my siblings. That's the kind of legacy I want to leave. And I just think of this one thought. If someone had an iPhone, and could have recorded, Jim Rowan, his entire career, think about that library. Oh my Lord! I mean, this guy was doing it back when you were listening it on cassette. And so now you go on YouTube and you put in Jim Rowan, and that's ROHN. If you go to thankyouJimRowan.com, that's me. That's me with all the stuff that I have accumulated from Jim Rowan, and you can have it for free. But I want to be one of those individuals that when my life is no longer on this planet, I just want my Creator to look at me, Evelyn, and say, well done, good and faithful servant. Well done. So that's the legacy I want to leave. When I go, I want there to be a giant party and everyone sitting around laughing about the moments that I took the time to spend with them, instead of being greedy and feel like I'm too above people. I just don't get people that feel like because they're successful, they no longer got time to spend with people like me 26 years ago. See, when I was broke and lost everything and was on workman's comp, I had a couple of mentors that didn't look at me as a broken down auto mechanic. They seen the God-given potential within me, and they believed in me more than I believed in myself. And here I am today, causing a ripple effect in millions of people's lives. And that's the same thing I see in you, Evelyn. No doubt in my mind.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate your time, Robert. And the key that I've found thus far, I've been in the industry, and yes, there's been bumps, and this is why I've come to you. Building relationships is such a key foundation, everybody, and Robert Hollis knows it best. I go around and on Facebook, I never hear him say, "Oh yeah, look at me, look at this." It's always other people edifying him, and that's just amazing because when you have that legacy and that type of person, that that the value and just the true leadership that he provides to everybody. So I just want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're such a busy guy. You're gonna probably be on other hangouts.
Yeah.
I love you.
And I just want to tell everybody too quick, Evelyn, is that everybody that's watching this video right now, please, 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 it's free. I know everybody thinks, oh my God, it's free, and then you're gonna ask me for money. No, Unlimited Profits does not only allow you to get in for free, but you can learn from free. But if you promote the links like we tell you for free, we'll actually pay you. And we're not going to do that kind of trick thing where now if you got somebody in that buys something, then the only way you get money is if you pay money. Now, of course, it's a great opportunity, and there's a lot of great opportunities, but Evelyn is not just a student of mine. She's not just a member, an affiliate in Limited Profit. She's my partner. And so when you get a hold of her, she'll be a perfect tour guide to walk you through the system. She's learning it too. Also with Hannah and Matthew Hollis, my son and my daughter-in-law, and also Robert Hollis Jr. and Amy, we're all here to help you. And so if you run into questions and you got things that you really are pressing, Evelyn's got my ear. We can get on a Google Hangout and talk about it, or over the phone if you have questions. We're here to make everyone successful. So the choosing a mentor is easy. Find one that's not only able to help you because of their documentation, but also one that's available. Right. So, if you got somebody that you're learning from out there, do Evelyn a huge favor and see if you can get them on a Google Hangout really quick to share their wisdom.
Yes, thank you so much. Well, thank you everybody for taking the time. Robert Hollis here and Evelyn Domalanta. There's going to be links on the bottom. Try it out for free and change your life. Bye, everybody.
God bless. Have a great year. Bye-bye.